All right, what's going on, everybody? Good. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Good evening, good mother and evening. All right, hey, roll on. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I want before we get into today's the premise of this live, I want everybody to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and also I don't listen. I don't know if I'm not even the jealous type. I'm not even the jealous type, but I'm just put this out there. A certain creator who does big numbers, right? Who does big numbers on TikTok. This man did one review of Nene Leak's new wine, and baby got posted like that. Nene saw this man, like he just literally threw it out, like posted it, got the views. I'm like, bitch, I did I was the first one to literally do a review of her liquor. So I'm like, why she hasn't posted me? I send the screenshots and everything to this woman's freaking DMs. She ain't looking at her DMs. I'm so irritated. Can y'all please go on either on my TikTok? Please go to my TikTok and my Instagram, and can y'all go in the comments and tag the fuck out of Nene Leaks, please? I need her to see my damn video. I need her to see my video. Because even though I am a small creator on TikTok and I'm still doing TikTok, it's like, girl, was reviewing, before he even posted it, I've been did a review for her freaking liquor. And how dare you not acknowledge it? So can y'all please go on my TikTok and Instagram, and can y'all please tag Nene Leaks? I need y'all to flood it with Nene Leaks. At Nene Leaks, tag her in the comments, please. Thank you. Girl, yeah, she's hating on me. Hey, Lemon Kush. Like, girl, what? I love you. Literally, that freaking bottle was literally $51. Her liquor was $29.99, so it was $30. But with the shipping, it was $17. So altogether it was $51, child. But it came next day and it was good. Me and my little yeah was drinking it. And I gave him some after. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, can y'all please go into my TikTok? Everything is linked in the description below. Go to my TikTok and my Instagram. Look for the video of my review for Nene Leak's liquor. Tag her in the comments. Thank you. Rolly, what's going on? First of all, by the way, I want to say this. I want to tell everybody sorry for, falling asleep, because we had this live schedule at 7 o'clock, and Rolly was blowing me up like, bitch, where are you, bitch? Bitch, I was tired, y'all. I got home, I
We
ate food.
understand.
I was tired. I didn't get no sleep last night. Mind you, and this is what we're going to talk about, last night's live. Last night live was epic. Shout out to everybody that commented on last night's live. Shout out to everybody that came through again. But when I tell you that was the longest live, like 5-hour live. We did 5 hours. We didn't know we was gonna be that long. That literally we got off that fucking panel. We ended that live literally at midnight, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Ended it at midnight. And guess what happened after, y'all? Baby, me and my fellow panelists, me and Roland, we had to talk about what trans like we just had to get on the conference call and we just had to the me and Roland were both shocked
I got you here because
as
I feel the need to want to speak.
go ahead, go
Let,
ahead.
let, let me be crystal motherfucking clear right now to the girls out there in the Chasing Reality universe. Look, baby, you signed up for a free ass show. If I hurt your feelings, be man enough, woman enough, cat dog enough to say I hurt your feelings.
Wait,
Don't come over.
let's before let's set up the scene. Who are we discussing about? What like explain, because you just going into it,
Don't
you
worry.
know,
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna name names because that's what the girls want. Nova Banks, bitch. Don't be mad about what I said because you are proving everything I motherfucking said about you. You are messy. You're putting on an act. You're doing this for TV, but then you want the sympathy card. Then you have these boys, your castmates, defending you, and then you get over here on this live saying, "Oh, I don't give a fuck," but you do. But then, which one is it? Are you an actress or are you a real person? Don't come over here and then being disrespectful like you was disrespectful to Althea. Now we gonna get on Althea in a minute.
hold on,
But
hold on, because you on 10. Okay, I got you.
I am
Stay,
because
stay that, stay
I
that.
am.
But listen, let me set the thing up because we ain't set it up. You just going in. But y'all, we are here to address some comments that was left in the comments. We're gonna talk about last night's live, how we felt about it, but we're also going to talk about some comments that was in the comment section. We're gonna talk about some comments that people left on the video. So right now we're literally discussing what went on and how each other felt about that live last night, yesterday's live. So go ahead, roll on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So as I was saying before I let my panelists take over, if I said it 9 times out of 10, I meant it. I'm a grown ass motherfucking man, 44 fucking years old, and I can stand, no pun intended, the jokes that y'all make about the disability that are tired and late. Bitch, disability or not, I can handle my own. And y'all are mad about the shit that I say. If I say you a fucked up ass individual that's all about money, kid doll, and no substance, that's what the fuck I meant. And guess what? You showed me exactly who the fuck you are last night. Neutral, you said you were. You want motherfucking neutral. You was showing your motherfucking slip, baby. Because the shit that Nova was doing, you co-signed it. And you know that she was doing the shit. So yeah, you mad about the comments that I made, but you sure didn't care. But you sure got your ass in these comments last night about the live and was commenting up and down. So who's the mad bitch? Mad hoe, you are. So I need these girls to understand something. You don't have to come over here. You don't have to be on these lives because I'm on here. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna say what the fuck I have to
Wait,
say.
D boy, you can't hear? You can't hear? Y'all can't hear? Why y'all can't hear?
Can you hear me now, D boy?
Cause I can hear roll on just fine. You said sound check. Let me see.
Can you hear me, D boy?
Who can hear? Who cannot hear? All right. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear? Roll on in the comments. Can y'all hear? Then it's probably D boy. But keep going. Roll on. They said they can hear y'all. Okay.
Um, Quentin, baby, you thought I forgot. Those little shots you was throwing at me, I got you too. Cause guess what? You on the list too. So watch your motherfucking back when it comes to me. You don't tell me how to respond when a bitch disrespects me. Rolly, I'll be Rolly, but you'll forever be a hard faced ass bitch that's trying to be a woman. And yes, I said it, and I'll say it again. You don't tell me how to respond when you disrespect me. People are talking about, well, Althea is toting the narrative and they doing death threats at Nova, but chasing reality. You knew that you were going to have this problem when you brought Althea on here. This is not a gay versus cis woman thing. This is a thing of disrespect. Like we talked behind the scenes, Aaron, yes, Althea got in Nova's face. However, my issue is that after so long of ignoring ignorant people, you it you can't tell me how I should feel. And people are like, well, we tried to tell Nova, you telling Nova, and it's still happening. So now what? Why don't you distance yourself from this person? Because if it was me, and I'm putting me in this position because I've been in this web reality space and constantly in this web reality space. If it was me, it's always be on the defense, because you never know what this bitch has to say. We gonna block this bitch from doing anything because she's a threat to us. Nova gets privilege and she uses that. I don't like that. If you wrong and stand in your shit. And that's what I was trying to tell Dominique last night. That Althea, yeah, you're trying to help Althea,
Me
but
too.
to use the excuse, well, I've helped you and I've helped Nova and Nova is my friend, that don't excuse the fucked up ass behavior. Cause Nova knows what the fuck she's doing and has said multiple times, I don't care. What do you do with that? Am I tripping? Cause I
No,
understand what you're saying.
that's your perspective.
Cause I understand what you were saying, that Althea got up in her face or whatever. And even if she is doing that, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, you dead wrong for that. Because we talked about it behind the scenes about how Dee used to do that. And she's using these boys to defend her, but they're checking her behind the scenes. But checking her behind the scenes is not helping because she's still doing this in public and she feels that she can get away with it. And that's my issue with Nova. Y'all are checking her behind the scenes, but even in these lives, you're still being disrespectful to Althea and you're ignoring how Althea feels. Just like I'm using the situation with me and Dee for context. Just like when I would respond to certain stuff she did, it's like, well, you out of pocket for saying this, but y'all don't know what's being done and said behind the scenes. I don't agree with that. Wrong is wrong. And for all of them, this Quentin, Dominique, Ken, and even matter of fact, even with Quentin, you contradicted yourself because you was calling her all kind of bitches before because she disrespected you. But then now it's don't talk to her like that. What? So it only matters when that person is disrespectful to you. It don't work like that.
if I can interject, I think last night's live was a lot. Was a lot, but I think we held it together with the cards that we was dealt. A lot of people, so the live where it just went chaotic. It was, listen. I don't listen. like I said before, I've done these types of live where people was going back and forth, da 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 da. People think I should have, reeled it in a little bit more. They think I should have, protected roll on, probably drop somebody because somebody compared, and I don't know who it was. If you know, someone said compared it to the whole situation with the other, um, the irrelevant person over there with the JT situation. Girl, I would just say it's two different things. But going off that fact, I didn't like the going off on that. Uh, I didn't like the way people were trying to make it seem like Roland was over talking her or trying to disrespect her. I don't, I watch it back. Well, I was there in real time. I don't think Roland disrespected her. I don't think Roland intended to be combative with her. They were actually having a conversation. I think it just went awry when Ken started to pounce on Roland, and then pounced on him, and then Quentin followed up, which I was like, Quentin, you was just disrespecting her. Like, and now you're defending her. It's crazy. Okay, cool. No problem. But I'm like, Quentin, okay, they already talking to him. Like, we don't need any more body jumping on him. It was kind of weird right there. But I would say I just didn't like the narrative that was painted that Roland is doing this. He's known for doing this. Da da da. Nothing Roland said was wrong. I feel like he was trying to have a conversation. He was trying to get to the bottom of it. He was trying to have a healthy dialogue. But when somebody is already irate, feels like I don't know. She Nova probably felt at that moment she's already being interrogated. She's already being, dragged. I don't know what she felt, but I'm just, thinking like she probably felt that way.
But I didn't come
But
at
it
her.
just no. What I'm saying is she had her defenses up already. She could have heard me because I kind of and I appreciate her for hearing me, but a lot of people in the chat basically was like, it's what's that? It's picking and choosing.
I,
Aaron, what
I,
is different from Roland saying it? When Aaron said the same thing, and I was actually saying like, "Yo, Roland said the same. We was agreeing. Like me and Roland said the same thing."
but here's the thing. You said the same thing. You call her city trends. You call her flop. You
And I
call her
said it to
home.
her face.
You
Yeah.
call her homeless. All these things. And she said, "I forgive you." Cool. You sat up here. But with me, she felt like I don't respect you enough to do all that. Okay, fine. And then that's the reason why I felt the way that I felt when it came to Althea. Because I'm conflating that. You feel like you can pick and choose who you want to disrespect you, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have said, "You hard faced ass bitch, you ain't nothing, you ain't nobody's woman, no nothing." I didn't do that. I said before we even did the live, I said, Nova is not a girl's girl.
Mm-hmm.
You remember I said that. Maybe she
Yeah.
feels that she wants to be the only girl. I said this. And
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't disrespectful. I was calm, cool, and collective, and all of that. But you come out of the side of your neck and say, "Okay, Rolly, what?" So then I started being transphobic. because at that point, then Quentin, Ken, and all of them started laughing. Kind of what Althea said last night. That's why I was making the point of you can't tell, you can't laugh and then say, well, we defended Nova. Well, we told Nova.
Mhm.
You're making the behavior acceptable when it's not. You can't come out the side of your neck and say that. I could have said you a homeless bitch. You buying love. You a psychotic mess. You need help. You buy. I could have said all those things. I could have went down her Instagram page and said a lot of things. A lot of things that I done
I
said
will
over the
say
years.
it was a lot of hypocrisy. I feel like it was a lot of hypocrisy. We called out a lot of hypocrisy that night too. It was like, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
D boy asked, "How was my delivery?" My delivery was stern. I wasn't going off. We were just having a conversation. I was really trying to get her to understand how the BV comment could have been offensive to Althea. And if she, like she said on the live last night, that the lady's comment was offensive to her. And she said verbatim, you can't tell me how to feel, Rolly. That's how I felt. And I'm like, well, you could have pulled her to the side and said, sister, I felt this way and I felt that way. And I was like, you actually told her she stink before the fight, trying to be funny. So you're poking, poking, poking. Unless I'm missing something, this is what's shown on camera.
I think, and also I think Nova was regurgitating what Ken was already explaining. Like, because remember, before Nova even came up, she was in the chat. And Ken basically was like, "You can't tell her how to feel, da da da." And in a perfect world, we would like that, but people gonna do what they want to do, gonna move how they want to move, da da da. So basically, Nova was just regurgitating what Ken has already explained. Just so
And
because they're girls, so she agreed with him. So she's going to piggyback off of that and use the same, explanation for her point. For her
I've
point.
also noticed the pattern with the other bitch, Ken. I've noticed the pattern. He did the same thing when it came to Carl and him, Quentin. You defending Quentin, and that's your friend all of a sudden, but you just met this person. Let them handle it. Why do you feel like you have to step in? It almost feels like he inserts himself in stuff. I don't like that.
Mhm.
But then you want and you demand respect. How does that conflate to anything? You came up here and you could have let me and her handle it, but you jumped down my throat and you're saying, well, you're judging her, you being disrespectful to her. I didn't curse her out. I didn't call her no kind of bitches. I didn't do none of that
You definitely
until she got out the side of her neck with me.
yeah. I
So
think
what?
it was unnecessary to try to paint you as like the bad guy in this because you weren't. And I think it was just unfair. I think it was unfair, and like people said in the chat that you're an easy target, and
But
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 it is what it is.
I'm really not an easy target because we
You're
we
not,
could
and
we
the thing is, y'all, I said this to if like I don't know what they were told because because Ken did say, or I don't know if maybe I'm paraphrasing. We see you for your word. We see you. We saw
yeah,
we know who you are, or something like that. Like he saw
he
you
said we know what you give, and that's what kind of made me take a pause
like a
because
dog. Yeah, they know what you give. They know they seen you before. They see your work. Go ahead, go ahead.
But read Trillery's comment.
Uh, to be. Oh wait, hold on. Before I read Tulari's comment, I guess my only concern is that they all felt her comment was disrespectful due to their facial expression. Did they try to come up here and defend her bullshit?
Yeah, they
Um,
all did.
so yeah, I think Sammy was the only one to be like, no, I don't think it was like that. I think, you know, yeah. Sammy was different amongst the collective. To be honest, they already didn't see it for Roland. So anything he said was going to be taken the wrong way. Yeah, probably. And the thing is, people probably think Roland is the weakling because of due to his disability. But the thing is, what people don't know
But they
is that
but
Roland has been on platforms battling it out with five, six bitches in his face
yes.
and has desecrated all of them, has read all of them one by one by one. So that's why I never felt the need to jump in and defend Roland because I've seen him work five girls by himself
And the
without
but
even breaking a sweat, to be honest. But go ahead.
and what I want Althea to understand, and I hope she is listening to this live, and I said this to you yesterday and I said it to you today. She has every right to feel how she feels, but I want to articulate this in the right way. You have you have one particular girl or a few particular girls in the trans community that disrespect biological women. Just like you have biological women that disrespect trans women. I feel like there's gonna be disrespect on both ends, and Nova has to understand you want respect, but you can't disrespect. And what I'm trying to get Dominique to understand, being a therapist, whether they find me legit or not, the they will never get to a great place because Nova is not going to accept accountability. Nova is not going to do what she needs to do because she's not going to look within. She's so insecure within herself, she has to take digs at Althea. Now, Althea, if you are disrespecting Nova and saying, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, protect me, then you're dead wrong. I would have respected Nova if she said, behind the scenes, you're you're doing you're using your womanhood. But guess what, Nova? What you showed me last night was you using your transhood to get these boys to defend you and be dead wrong. And then in the comments, if you paid attention, every time that me and Ken was going back and forth, she was like, "Get him, Ken." So how can you be mad at Althea when you're doing the same thing? You don't like Althea because Althea represents everything you want to be or can't be, or you are, to me.
Can we get on? Let's talk about Ken really quickly. So, and shout out to Ken. Hello, Buki. Um,
Fuck you,
listen,
bitch.
let me say this, and this is just solely on me. This has nothing to do with Roland feels the way he feels. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get on to your comment. We're gonna get on to your comment, okay? Give me 1 second, y'all. So, my good girlfriend, Kendall, so graciously, gave his time, his sweet time on our panel to explain and to give his opinion on the episode, this past episode of Chasing Atlanta, right? And he got into a roll on. He did what he did. He said what he said. So I thought, and then also he also said what he didn't like about some people's opinions. And I thought after the live, it was a little kiki session. He understood some things about the blogging space, content creators in this space, just to give him some insight and stuff. And I felt like he understood. So when today I'm seeing that he commented on the video on last night's live, and he wrote two comments, by the way. Okay, the first one was, I been had money, and I'm gonna read it verbatim. I been had money. Let's clear this up. My family is a long line of hustlers. Okay, so I've never came from sticks or mud, boo. I always lived well. Y'all clearly don't know my background. I feel bad for even giving this my energy last night. Two laughing emojis, crying emojis. Um, Keep guessing or assuming. I just rewatched from beginning. I myself always been me, and anyone that really knows me know that. Y'all got me. Y'all got it. Have a great day. I digress. Okay. Now, that's the first comment. Let me get on to the second comment. Cause I'ma just let y'all know, I'ma explain where it is. Okay. The second comment was, never ate ass a day in my life. You would think y'all live with me, child. Yeah. The fact y'all can sit here and make assumptions is crazy, for I see why you're so successful. I'm an open book. Whatever you want to know, I'll tell you about me. And I'm reading it as it is, y'all. I'm an open book. I'm grown and will never be ashamed of what I do, or else I wouldn't do it if I was ashamed of it, child. So basically, like he said, he rewatched the beginning of the live. And me and Rolly have a good time kikiing and just having a
Hold
great
up.
time at these girls. Just kikiing and hi. Wait, hold on. Put a pin in
Go
that,
ahead.
Rolly.
Go ahead.
Put a pin in that. Now listen, we do our jokes. It's not is I thought Kendall understood that is not to malign him, is not to be malicious, is no ill intent. I thought he understood that while he was on the panel, but I see that he literally went back and got upset again, which you can have it. You can be upset all you want to. You're entitled to it. And if you come here, that's great. If you don't come back on my panel, that's great as well. I'm going to say this. I'm never going to kiss any one of you girls' asses. I'm not that girl. I'm not a kiss ass. I'm far from it. These other girls kiss his ass all day. Some of these content creators would kiss your motherfucking ass. No shade. Them girls would get on their hands and knees and start blowing you, blowing smoke up your asses. That's not me. One thing that I'm known for in this motherfucking space, saying what I want, when I want, take accountability, apologize when needed, and being motherfucking 100, being upfront. If I talk shit about you, I'm going to tell you I talk shit about you. I'm not going to be fake towards you. I'm not going to be fake kicking it with you. That shit is for the birds. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a fire sign. I don't do fake well. So if you're gonna be in my space, I'm gonna let you know, bitch. This is what I said before somebody else tells you. And bitch, if you want to call me on and be like, hey, did you say this about me, bitch? 9 times out of 10, I probably said it. But bitch, if I don't remember, bitch, tell me, bitch, send me the receipts, cause I cop to it. Yeah, I said it. Like when Quentin said, did somebody say that I was lying? Somebody up here said I was lying about this. I was like, I said it. I put my hands up. I was like, yeah, over here, Quentin. I said you were. I said it, which we got over. You know,
Which I have a problem with that, which I want to address in a minute. Um, Thank you for clearing that up. The comments that you read, they were in reference to me. You know that, right?
it's no. We was Yeah, I think you put it out, but I think we both was kikiing on it.
I think he's more so mad at me and what I said because you heard me ask last night, what exactly did I say so we can clear it up? You know what you said. Well, bitch, if you really mad, say exactly what you mad about so we can talk about it. You know what you said. Well then, bitch, you don't want to talk about it, so fuck you.
Yeah, I appreciate them. I appreciate all of them from coming up. Like I had a great conversation. It was good. Yeah, I think it was directed at Roland. Okay.
And let me address Clinton real quick.
Admitted to being drunk when she got there. Fifi only agreed with what Nova said, and I said that too. I was like, Nova, but you thing only agreed to what you said. So I'm just confused why she felt that strongly. I still, I have my yeah. Go ahead, Roland. I'm sorry.
And and to Quentin, I want to be crystal clear because you bitches remember everything that was said in the lives that we do and everything that we say, but you bitches don't want to take accountability for nothing that you do. So when we talked about the jail comment, I think I made the statement he was on right street, and I hope that because I know the conditions that he was in because I've worked there. I know people that have worked there. I feel sorry for him. So for you to then later on dig at me in reference to another when I was the one that had compassion for you, it's some bullshit, bitch. You could have rotted in hell for all I cared. But for you to say, please give some compassion, and then you digging at me, my thing is, and I want to address this to Dominique eventually at some point. Did you say something to care about me because that comment that he made was pointed. I know what you give. You don't, if you don't know me like that, where did that comment come from, bitch?
I do believe that and this is to what Dominique said. Dominique do give his girls the rundown, what to expect in the space and everything. So
Hey, Ethan,
listen,
go
I
ahead.
listen. Probably he did. Probably Nick did.
So now we got a problem because I ain't never had no issue with you, but now you throwing little pebbles out there, and so that's a problem because you could have kept it cute. We've always been cute. I've always respected you, but now you taking jabs at me and then want to be playful last night when I told you about the Althea stuff. You got to think about other people's feelings because let's be real. When you got maced by Rico, you was mad as hell.
Hey
It's
Essence.
it's funny you don't get it, but then when you was in that position, season 5 and season 6, we was supposed to have compassion. Bitch, please. So if you're gonna be an anchor, keep it real. And
Mhm.
I'll repeat exactly what I said. And D boy, I don't know what my beef with these girls are because
I
I ain't
don't
did
think
shit.
there's no beef with the. I don't think it's. I think, certain like, because you and Carl Ben had a long standing. You have an issue. You have an issue with Carl, or whatever the hell. I don't know. Listen. That's your situation with Carl. I don't know about any other girls, but I don't think it's a matter of beef with these girls. I think beef is when you see the girl on the street and we want to fight. It's it's never that serious. This is a show.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
show. It's all for entertainment. The girls have to have thick skin and let shit fall off of their fucking shoulders. You know, this is like, I think, like somebody said, if this is what you do when it comes to a independent production, I would hate to see when you're on a mainstream production. And honestly, that's the low key. This is low key the reason why I kind of stopped doing web reality show.
Because it
Stop
gets
reviewing it
dark fast.
the because of the constant. I got to watch what I say. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta. It's like, let's just have fun with it. It's not to be like, I always gotta put a disclaimer. If you always gotta put out a disclaimer, it's it's like, why am I doing this for? Why am I killing myself and wanting to review this, and I'm supporting this, talking about it, letting everybody know about it, because honestly, Essence comes. There's a person in this chat, Essence. Shout out to Essence. She
She
comes from
is
another. She comes from another sector. I met her in another sector. She don't know shit about chasing Atlanta. She's watching it off the strength of me.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that you don't
I want these girls
at
to
this point. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. At this, it's just irritating that we can't just vibe out, have fun, be entertained by the show. Yeah, we some things may go too far, but if somebody take accountability and apologize, let's leave it at that. But motherfuckers still getting their feelings. We can't tell you how to feel, and I'm not, but you gotta honestly understand that we as content creators, we gonna do what we gonna do. Regardless if you feel like we shouldn't do something or not, we're gonna do it anyway. And you just gonna have to deal with it. That's all I have to say. Go ahead, roll on.
I want these girls to understand something. And I'm gonna make this crystal clear on February 20th, 2026 at 10:17. I said what I said. However, I understand your feelings because at the end of the day, we all pee, shit, bleed the same. But if you can't have conversations with people that hurt your feelings, then it's irrelevant. You decide to go on YouTube. You decided to submit that application. You
Mhm.
decided to do these things. So why are you mad at other people for giving their opinions when you're showing something where you're creating a character in Nova sense and then they don't take to the character that you're giving?
Mhm.
Like, and you've been in this web reality space how long, Aaron?
Years, more than 2 years.
I've been in this web reality space since it started. When this show first started 7 years ago, I don't know whether you know the history. I used to
It was
review this.
2020. My thing was 2020, like when COVID hit. And
Uh-uh.
because I
I've
came
been in
into YouTube 2029 29. No, I started my last YouTube channel 2019. So yeah.
so
It's
I've
like
been here. So for
that's
context, I've been here since 2016 when it started. So when it started, when Kevon had it, we used to review the shows and everything. And everything used to be cool. I think, and this is for because D Boy asked the question, what's my issue with these girls? So when this show first started, I used to review a long time ago. Same thing we doing with Aaron. And I used to say, well, I know these girls, because I have personal relationships with them outside of these YouTube streets because I lived in Atlanta. And then these girls would say they would be cool with me and give me tea behind the scenes. And then when the stuff played out, they pretended like they didn't know me and then didn't like me. And then they would play the background between production and me and then make it seem like I was the one that's causing the problem when I started calling out the issues of the things that they're doing. So that's where the problem was. So when I started calling out Andario, when I started calling out Reese, then I became the problem, the mole, the shit starter. When I started calling out the things that they were doing to Jatwan, then I became the shit starter. And then it became, oh, you have to watch out for him because he's a shit starter. He is not the person that we were cool with. Because, at one point, they were going to allow me on the show. I don't know whether you know that. But because I started speaking against that, it became a problem. So my issues are long standing with these people, and they just won't admit what it is. You was cool as long as I became a viewer, but then when I started going at it from a deeper lens, then it's an issue. Start looking up my license for my job, people calling my job and stuff. It's gotten real personal. So me doing the things that I do are not always warranted, but at some point it's it's justified. So when it comes to Althea, and we talked about this on the back end, it's one thing for these girls to pretend like you're friends with me, and then now, because you don't like the fact that I'm calling you out on what's being done, then you're creating a narrative. And I think that that's Althea's issue. And if she can learn to express that, then we will have a different conversation.
yeah, I just think that people in the situation is not really expressing how they really feel. And people are literally like what I gather from it, and me and Roland, like he said, we talked on the back end, we talked about it, and we was like, it's a lot of passive aggressiveness that's going on. Girls is not telling how they really feel because probably of friendships, of probably opportunities. They don't want to rock the boat, and I feel like I, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because due to due to where Althea stands in this, she is a gray area for her because I feel like she don't know how to maneuver. She don't she don't how can I explain it? And we explain it just perfectly, but I just feel like she
I'll
don't
explain it to
know
you.
how to.
I'll explain it for you. We
No,
said
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Let me say this.
Go
I
ahead.
think, like she said, she's still. I think Althea said it herself that she's going through a lot. She's struggling, so I think she really don't want to rock relationships. She don't want to rock that relationship. She don't want to let that relationship go. She feels this way, but then it's once you get into their circumference, it's you feel in a different way. So it's like
Trillery, I think it's always been that.
it's uneven to me. It's like it's uneven. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Am I wrong for feeling like this?
What?
But
What you mean?
I'm thinking, cause remember when we had Dominique on for episode 2, and he was like, "Well, I suggested that we have a cisgender woman on the show." So if you know that if you're the one that suggests maybe we should have a cisgender woman on the show, you know that these issues and problems are gonna come together because it's gonna be the biological woman versus the gay boys. So, like you said, it's a gray area because I don't want to offend because I don't want to be calling the boys faggots and the girls trannies. But then it's like, where do we go? Because, like they said in episode 1, I'm a cis, I'm a heterosexual woman, and they even made comments in the first episode. You a heterosexual woman. Are you sure you belong here? So I knew, and I didn't say this on our live, so I knew that it was going to be a problem then. But now it's like you're setting the stage for we cool, but we really don't fuck with you like that because at any moment you could switch. But like I said, Nova, because we're familiar with that, she reads and she's one of the girls, it's acceptable. And I just don't like that to me. And Dominique may feel some type of way that I'm saying this, but in a way, she could feel set up. You there?
Yes, I'm here. What? What's up? Talk to me.
I ain't talking. I was done.
Oh, um, yes. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Um, Last night's live was just to. I think episode 4 was a lot. Was a lot. It was entertaining as well as a lot, and I just feel like people, a lot of hypocrisy is going on. A lot of picking and choosing. People are not being neutral. The girls are not being neutral at all. And if you feel hit by that, feel hit. I'm sorry. Some of the girls are not being neutral.
That was the word of the hour yesterday, honey. Neutral.
Neutral. A lot of the girls cannot comprehend that. It's okay to be neutral.
The only person that I felt was being neutral was Stanley, in a sense, because he was trying to get, he understood where Nova was coming from, but he understood where um Althea was coming from.
I will say, but at the end of the day, it was entertaining to me. I loved it. Um, Even though it was crazy, we just wanted to address some things. And one of the comments, another comments that we need to address, I don't think nobody was gaslighting Neek. I don't think nobody was gaslighting Neek. It was a conversation. One of the comments was like, "Oh, we gaslighting Neek. They gaslighting Neek." I don't think Neek was gaslighted in the slightest. Um, I wanted to bring that to a head because that's what they were saying in the comments. Um, I just feel like when someone has an opposing thought or opinion and some things don't align with yours, it can be misconstrued as me trying to gaslight you. I don't I don't think what Roland or myself did was gaslighting anybody. We didn't gaslight nobody. We was there to have a conversation. And I'm glad what came out of that conversation was a genuine apology from Nova to Quentin. I think that was like, a dope thing because they were estranged. They
I
were being
think that
very messy towards each other.
I think that
Um,
that's bullshit. But go on, go on.
yeah, like and that's fine. We're not here to debate that. Um, you know, it is what it is. It don't have nothing to do with us. But that came out of there. But um we just wanted to address the craziness and tell y'all about how what we felt about yesterday's live and how even as chaotic as it was still a fun time. It was still a fun time. It still did what it did. I will say that. It still did what it did. Um yeah. Do you have any ending statements, Roland?
I have a statement in reference to Neek, and I just thought about something that was said. Maybe it's me thinking too much into it, but
You I've always told you that though.
maybe it's me thinking too much into it. But he was like, well, I told Tony, you talk to the girls and I talk to the boys. Um, I feel like again, I feel like that sets a divide and a precedence. I get it, but some people come on here to develop family and friendships. So Althea might feel like, okay, why can't you come talk to me about whatever is going on? And so I don't know whether that plays a factor too, because it's like, do you feel like you can't say nothing to me because you feel like I will be offended by certain things? Like, what was the dynamic going into this with meeting the people? That's what I want to know.
I want to know why haven't Tony said anything about Nova and this whole situation. I don't know what Tony's uh thoughts are about the two ladies on the show going at it so tough. And have she done her part with sitting both of these ladies down or getting to the bottom of what really went down? Because honestly, me and Roland went back and forth, and I feel like no shade. Even though I did like kind of defend Althea, and I really was like, I watched the episode again, and I was like, if you really take your take the thought of Nova being trash or Nova being this way that way, she started it, she did start it, and I kind of like look for the perspective of okay, they both saying things to each other. Words are words. Okay, words are words. They're on the same playing field. Words is words. Now, it takes it to another level where it takes it to another level where Al, not where it takes it to another level when Althea got up and pointed her finger in Nova's face. That's where it went overboard for me. She Nova said what she said because she felt like da 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 da. Nova felt that way. I'm not gonna negate how she felt. I'm not gonna negate how Althea felt because she was hurt. but you can be hurt while sitting down on that chair.
But I have a question. But
That's my thing. Hold that thought. That's my that's my thing. When Althea got up out of her chair, she was the aggressor in the situation. Because I'm sorry, we can go back at it back and forth all day long because it's an equal playing field. We going dirt for dirt, but it intensifies and it goes to another place when you stand up on me, stand up over me while I'm still seated. I think people are not looking at that, and if people are, they're just looking at Nova saying or going there or whatever. Starting with Althea. Yes, yes, Nova. I feel like Nova took it too far. I think Nova started it, in my opinion. Nova started it. But where I have to look at Althea kind of crazy is when you stand up over her. And
but
me and Roland went back and forth about that.
but
When you
here's
become the aggressor, you are in the wrong.
but here's also my question too. My question is knowing that, and I'm taking my feelings for Nova out of it. Knowing that Nova is the instigator, was that Nova's purpose at all along
Prob-
to get her to get up out of her seat?
Probably it was. But that's where it comes maturity. I don't know how old, like it's all about maturity. I remember I remember when I was and just a little story time. When I was they teach you this as a kid. They teach you this as a kid when I was in my little rebellious stage. Um me and my cousins used to go back and forth with each other. We were in an even playing field. But soon as somebody went overboard, hands was thrown. Who is likely to go to jail? The person that stood up over and become the aggressor. In that moment, Althea was the aggressor in this because you stood up and had your hand in that girl's face. Because now you now are intimidating me because you're up over me. So Nova is well into her right to protect herself. No shade.
That's true. But then my question to Nova would be, well, why can't you just leave her alone? What, like, and this is something that I really want to know. What is it about her that gets up under your skin, even before she even put her hand in your face? And my thing is, if you can tell us what the real problem is, maybe that I would feel differently. But can because you can't be mature enough to tell me what the problem is, I see you as the problem.
Yeah, because I don't believe that comment that Althea made was a dig. I think a lot of people feel like that wasn't a dig. I think you was in you wanted that to be something. We all agree on that. But also, some people may say she is entitled to feel how she feels. She felt like that. So that cancels each other out.
Oh my God.
Now we're no longer thinking about who's right or who's wrong. They both felt away. And it stands again. When you get up out your seat and point your finger at somebody's face, it's no longer even playing field. Now you, like I said again, you're the aggressor. But we may never know why Nova feels this way about Althea, why you don't like her, why you keep. We may never know.
Oh my God,
We may never
Aaron.
get that.
The
But
therapist, the therapist in me is coming out because then now my question for Nova would be, okay, you you said last night when we asked, remember when we asked her the question, we was like, have you
mhm,
been on another show? And she said I was on Trans Baddies or whatever, whatever the show was, and she was like, that show was very ghetto and ratchet or whatever. So my question is, coming off of that show, did you create this character to protect yourself because you was Althea on that show? You was the one that was the easy target. So did she come on this show with the mentality of I'm gonna be this person because I'm not gonna be the person that I was on the last show?
probably, probably that can probably it's possible. It's possible, but we may never know. It's a lot of hypotheticals going around.
But that's
But what's fact? Never get up out your seat when both of y'all were planted in a chair. When you get up out your seat, point your finger in the girl face. Boom.
and so it's
I
gonna
think
be
there's just a lot of hypotheticals going on. I think people are just there's a lot of hypotheticals. That's all I'm saying.
and so it's gonna be interesting to see on next week's episode when she goes to therapy
Mhm.
what happens because now we gonna get insight into why I felt the need to jump in this girl's face. Now I'm saying it again. It wasn't right, but
Mhm.
we understand it.
Yeah, because I understand why she felt the need to jump in her face, but you're wrong. You're wrong.
And did she say something about her son or her kid or something too?
No, her baby daddy. I don't, well, they said that's coming up. It will probably be next episode. So the gloves are off, child. The gloves are off. But did you look at so any last things about last night's live? Do we want to discuss? Roll on.
Oh, I'm
Roll
just talking.
on.
Oh, I'm just talking, and I was on mute. I said, "No, there's no last thoughts. Let's get off this."
All right. Have you watched the scene ATL?
Unfortunately.
Okay. So it wasn't much. We're gonna talk about because I feel like they talked about the nighttime situation. It was reading nighttime. That was a key and a half. Can I just say this? The music is still too loud. Why is the music still too loud?
And you
Y'all
really
need better mics. Y'all need better mics, but it was just a hard watch. But I watched it, because maybe it's the area and there was some music playing on the background with because there was a bar or the restaurant they were in or whatever. That whole sit down with JT and Bando Child, something just tells me Bando just tolerates JT,
Oh, absolutely.
tolerates the fuck out of her. Like, girl, shut up. Like, girl, I feel like Bando be playing in that bitch face so hard. Like, Bando be playing in JT face.
Do you
They
think
really
that
don't like each other. They just listen. They have someone, a mutual person that they like together. So it's like they have to, coexist. And it's like it's another opportunity for Bando. Shout out to Bando. Shout out to the scene ATL. Like, girl, it wasn't much to that scene, but it was funny. Um, I thought they was gonna put more nighttime footage in this scene, but I think it was only about nighttime going over to the live and creating a carfuffle. So maybe next episode we'll see him going in jail or something like that. I'm not too sure.
I don't know? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
Little Bill got his 5 minutes of shine. We don't care next.
Yeah,
Um,
right. You want to talk about Scotty because that's the only scene that was,
yeah,
that was like pretty much heavy. I want to say this.
that
I want
scene got me
every
in my feelings for multiple reasons, but we'll talk about
it,
it.
it got me in my feelings too. No shade. I want to say I remember I was like shocked and was like it has to do with Scotty. I was literally Scotty was going live and talking about he had a live talking about the SA situation, and I didn't know that. Like, first of all, by the way, like me and Scotty, we love me my Scotty down. Scotty texted me, was like, I need you to watch, da da da. I need you to watch Scene ATL, which I was already gonna do. And he said it was gonna be a pivotal, like a pivotal episode for him. And I didn't know. I was okay, cool, all right. I didn't know it was like this. I didn't know what it was about, but I was completely shocked that he was so vulnerable and so open with this situation, and it kind of put me in my feelings because as a person that continues to deal with depression, because I suffer with depression. um Mine is a little bit different because everybody should really, you know go seek help, go, tend to your mental health. I can't stress that enough. I need everybody to, seek help for their mental, and it's really hard out here. Like I can't stress it enough. Um it's crazy because I just did a test at the doctor's not too long ago, and they I did a test, and it was some of the results was like I have I think moderate anxiety and uh and moderate depression. uh I've always knew I had depression. Depression for me is it's kind of hard talking about mental health. Oh my god, I'm so lost for words. This topic is a lot. It's a lot for me. Um I think my last depression, like when I was very very depressed, was um I think it was on an anniversary of my mother's passing, whenever my mother's passing and birthday and everything, like I get so super depressed. I get depressed. And before that was my mother's funeral. I was depressed as fuck. After my mother's funeral, I was depressed. Even before I was depressed too. Um depression is a motherfucker. Not as bad as, well, it's bad overall, to, oh gosh. I felt me just talking about it is like, ugh, it's 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 a lot. And you know what's so crazy? I'm still dealing with it.
The funny thing is, it'll never go away.
It will never go away.
When
And it's sickening. It's so sickening that, and that's another, it's another that's why my sleeping habits has been crazy. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And I don't really come on here to really divulge. I've spoke about it before, but I think Scotty's testimony and him saying that he contemplated suicide is like, it just, it really put me in a very, like, just hearing this story just put me in like a sad state. And then I was thinking about all the times that I was depressed, like, and thinking that, damn, I never had those thoughts. And why haven't I had those thoughts? Like, am I really depressed? Am I fake depressed? Like, because, you know, why haven't I had those thoughts?
depression will trick your mind like hell.
It tricked the
Um,
fuck. And I was questioning that as well. And I was like, but then I was like, as I remember harming myself when I was
I'm,
going through my little depression stage and everything because I didn't want to feel down. So I think this episode really brought up a lot, like a lot. And the thing is, I'm still dealing with it too. So
are
it's
you
like,
are
people
you
don't.
seeing somebody for it?
I am in the process. I'm in the process of seeking therapy. I even told my family I want to get back into seeing a therapist and everything because um, I just had, and oh, I'm putting my business out there, but it's okay. Um, I recently did a virtual like thing with a doctor, and it was really about me trying to test if I was 80 if I had ADHD because
Oh, child, them tests ain't nothing but
a lot of people said I had ADHD, right? So I was like, oh, I want to see if I really have it because a lot of people said I had it, and it's crazy because my sister was like, oh, you have it. And I went, all right. But
that's the
then
that's the common diagnosis these days. But go get
yeah,
go get the test, and if you
yeah, I'm
have
gonna
it,
go test. I'm gonna do the test. I'm gonna definitely do the test. But the questions that she was she was what was that? She was asking me really brought up a lot. Like going through my whole history, like of depression and when, the last time you was depressed and what are the symptoms and Like, what kind of state you were in? Can you describe your depressive state and everything? And it just really dampened my whole fucking day. I wanted to like go in the bed. I wanted to leave the job and leave and just go home and be under the covers and stuff like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a
Well,
lot. So it's like I'm in the process of seeing a therapist. Um
so you got one?
no, I know. I think that's what I'm doing the process now. Like I think with the insurance that I have, I can definitely see a therapist. That's all being worked out. So
We'll
yeah,
talk on the back end.
yeah, but it's I need it because to be honest, I don't have nobody to talk to. To be honest, I don't. It's crazy because I have family, I have siblings and everything, but I don't. I'm so secluded from everybody. I have definitely secluded myself from everybody. Like, and we're gonna get back to Scotty, but this was just it just brung up everything. Like, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. I have literally like there are literally people that really mess with me and love me. Like, why you don't call me? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? I think I have literally pushed everybody away. I don't want to be. Don't call me. I want to be in my own space, in my own thing, just secluded from everybody. And that's something I have to work on, and that's something that I have to change. But it's gonna change with me. It's gonna change in time. You feel me?
But
It's
but
like,
one but one
bro.
thing I want you to understand that that's what depression makes you do. But the fact that you are expressing this is a start. And so you know that this is what you do. So how do you pull yourself out of that? One of the things that I kind of tell the people that I see is that okay, when you wake up in the morning, what's your day like on a scale of 1 to 10? If you a five, how can you get your five to be a seven? If the seven is basically what your day is gonna be like, okay, make that seven the best you can make it. If that's all you got for that day, make it that. Make the next day be an eight or whatever it is that you can do, but just take every day one step at a time. Don't try to give yourself more than you can bear. Because by you pushing people away, that only makes the walls close in more.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And for me, since we're talking about um this episode, it brought out some feelings for me
Mhm.
because I've been a victim of SA. And I've had those thoughts of suicide and attempted several times. But luckily I've had those people in my life that have pulled me out of it. And sometimes I feel like I have an extra weight on me because of the title that I have.
Mhm.
So, and I do see a therapist, and I understood where Scotty was coming from, that those inner thoughts that you have about, you know,
It's your
what
fault and
is your
everything.
fault. Like the last time that I got SA, that's the thoughts that I had because that person blamed me. And along with that, my status was tied to that. So I felt like this was my karma for all the things. So when people make fun of me and the escorting thing, they don't know the history that I've had to deal with when it comes to that. So it's like I've gotten to the point now that I'm comfortable with what I've done or who I've done things with, but it always wasn't that,
Mm-hmm.
because it was at the point where I was ready to take a bottle of pills and it was through. Like, I'm a cripple this, I'm a cripple. Every thought that you have that someone says, you never know if that one thought is going to take a person over the edge. So I've tried to be very vigilant about what I've said or how I've delivered things to people. And, like I've always said, Scotty and I have a lot in common. He's an author, he's very talented, he has a YouTube, he's popular, people listen. But all of that doesn't doesn't conflate to the feelings that you feel because people are counting on you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like, okay, yeah, yeah, you feel the way about me, but how do I feel about me when I go to bed at night, when it's quiet, when it's dark? You know, these are the feelings that I have to deal with. And so him telling DJ and Bando was a feat.
I wonder if Scotty told his mom yet,
Probably not. And I
and
want
it's
to
just the first time on camera. Maybe he's gonna play it for her, or probably this is a way to get it out. Because even I think about Quentin. Quentin, he hasn't even told his mom yet about it. So these two black gay young men, handsome by the way too, um, both experienced something very traumatic that they shouldn't have experienced. Um, and to suffer like that, and you too suffer like that in silence, and you finally speaking about it, and with Scotty is like not, not telling your mom, and I understand that. Like, and then Scotty's mom also went through the same thing. They could have, probably had dealt with it together. You know,
maybe he
you
feels
know,
like she can't handle that. So he don't want to put nothing else on her because if something happens, he's
yeah,
responsible for it.
yeah,
And also, I wanted to say something else too.
yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
and I'm very cautious about saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I felt upset because you learned last night from the live that Sammy and who Sammy's best friend is, who we see in this episode.
Hmm.
So the reason that I'm bringing this up is that people don't, for the most part, people don't really know the real me, and I allowed that person to see the real me. And so part of me watching this scene is like, yeah, you've been friends with this person, but I've let you into the real me. And so part of me felt kind of upset because you have a relationship with them, but you also have a relationship with me, but you can't be full out with me because of your loyalty to them. And so I felt like when I brought my book out or when I was, having accomplishments, nobody was there. And so part of me kind of felt triggered from that scene because it's like, do people really respect me like they say they do if they really getting to know me? So I kind of felt that, and I don't know whether I should have felt like that.
Hmm.
So I wonder, yeah. So I wonder, going back to Scotty, if he's told his mother and what that has the relationship change in a positive way.
You know, I just want everybody to seek help. You know, talk to somebody. Um, if you don't have nobody, um, therapist is always there. Professionals is always there. Somebody will listen. Um, and honestly, like I'm a type of person like just let me get it out. Let me get it out because that makes me feel better. You know, I think releasing everything it just does something to the body. You know what I'm saying? It does something to your mind when you just release all of that. So I think once you release it, the key word is release. Because last night was about neutral, was neutral. The key word for today is release. Release all of all of the burden, all of the negativity, all of the guilt and all of the pain, um, all of it. Just release it. Release it. Any way you any way you know how or your form of release, just release. You know? If you gotta talk about it, go to the gym about it, probably be in your room talking to yourself, child, do it. Do it. Your journal, talk about it, release it. Shit, put it in the book. Child, release it.
That's what I did.
Child, yeah. So this episode was really, really good. It was heavy. This episode was heavy. I will say that. I'm glad there wasn't another Scotty and Bando scene. Talking about their fucking relationship. Cause no shade, we can't. Girl, come on. Y'all girls, some of you girls need to come on. I need you to pull your weight. All right? I need y'all to pull your weight. Shit. But yeah, any last words? Any last words? Oh, by the
Mm,
way, I think this was a great episode before because I'm gonna say that for you, but before I lose it. I need y'all to pick a time slot and stick with it, please. Because y'all been was supposed to come out probably weeks ago. I'm giving you grace.
Do
And
us,
still turn down that damn music. It's still too
and I,
loud.
and
I
I
can
see
barely
y'all,
hear you fuckers. I'm sorry.
and I see y'all film at the same places. Some place in Midtown, JR Crickets. Y'all filming. Why are y'all going to these places that are real noisy?
For real, girl. Get it together. Like, ooh, the mics, girl. I know it's independent, but child, come on. Use your resources. Hold on, y'all. Keep talking, Roland.
I just also want to understand what is this issue with the line, because now it kind of seems like JT just picking a fight. Because if this was your real friend, then how come y'all ain't talking at this point? I don't get it. I guess I never will get it. But again, because we having issues with the sound, we'll never understand everything. I feel like I'm missing something, or everything isn't making sense. I don't know if, for me, I don't know if the scene is just not grabbing my attention, or they're only focusing on, Scotty and Bando's relationship, and that's what's making it boring to me, if you will. It has potential, but focus on everything else. Maybe that's just me.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, sorry, I had to use the bathroom, child.
I get it. But as I was saying, the episode seemed boring to me because it just seemed like they're focusing on Scotty and Bando's relationship, and you got other cast members or people that we don't know. How do they fit into the story?
Hmm. And I just feel like, it's just it's learning process. We're gonna learning process, but you know, I just it's confusing. Like it's crazy because somebody literally said, can you calm down the music? Calm down the music. The music is still not calmed down. Even when y'all still not y'all wasn't even in a noisy area. There wasn't even a noisy area. Y'all was sitting in the park. Y'all was sitting in the park or some bench or whatever. The music was still loud. Are y'all good? What is with y'all in this freaking background music?
Temper, when you say a disconnect with the cast, can you elaborate? I think I know what you mean, but I just want to understand from your point of view.
There appears to be a disconnect with the cast. Um, I don't know. That well, let me just tell you this. To be honest, JT, they are not really friends. They don't know each other like that. So in these couple of episodes, tempered. That's why they're not friends. They're get they're getting to know each other. That's why it was literally confusing. I think in episode one, JT was like, "Oh, my friend Scotty." What? Girl, she's not. Y'all are not friends. He don't know you like that. The only reason why he knows you is because of Carl. Y'all not friends. That's why. Scotty only knows Bando. Um, what's the guy name? DJ and Carl. Delon, and JT are strangers to him. Delon is strangers to everybody but JT. Some of them are not really friends. They are not friends.
And so that makes me think that if they're
I can actually believe they are all not friends. They not.
and so that makes me think that even if I was to go, oh, he's here.
Hey, Scotty.
So the question is, are y'all friends at this point?
Scotty, would you like to come up? It's up to you. If you busy, you don't have to come up. It's up to you. Yeah, no, we was talking, Scotty. I was like, y'all are getting to know each other. But I feel like in these couple of episodes, they're not they're not friends. They're getting to know each other. Scotty and JT are not friends. These couple of episodes, getting to know him. The only reason why Scotty knows JT is because of Carl. You know, no shade.
Are Scotty and Carl even friends? I mean, not Scotty and Carl, but JT and Carl.
JT and Carl are friends. Are friends. I think they were roommates at one point or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, but you know, they're friends. Like Carl and you know, they friends. So that's my thing, you know. That's why I was like, cause I know, like I know. If y'all saw the first couple of episodes, JT was like, "Oh, Scotty is my friend." Scotty was in the confession. Was like, "Bitch, we don't know. I don't know you like that. I'm not gonna tell you my business." That's why it was a disconnect. I think I
Well,
called it out like a couple of episodes ago.
you did.
Scotty don't know Delon like that. Scotty don't know JT like that. The only people that Scotty knows is DJ and Banda. Those two. That is it. Hey Scotty.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Oh,
Hey,
nothing cool. What's going on? We was talking about JT
Nothing,
and everything.
not, nothing much. I just came in here and because I had been intending on watching the live anyway, but I had my own live to do tonight, so that's why I was late coming in here.
the Bell
But
Collector Live.
yeah, I had to do that first.
Okay.
But I had to I had to come in because when I came in here, I saw Temper say what they said, and I just wanted to correct that because I feel like I have to constantly explain that whole dynamic of that show to people because they want to say that all of us ain't friends. So let me just explain from my standpoint, right?
Mhm.
So coming into the show, the only people that I was close friends with was Carl and DJ. Me and Bando, we had, you know, that. So let's just say the people that I was the closest to coming into the show is me. It was Carl, Bando, and DJ. Me and JT knew each other mainly through Carl, but this was the most doing this show was the most that we were around each other. So coming into the show, I wasn't close to JT like that. So that's why she got a lot of blowback from me at the very beginning of the first half of the season when she was like, you know, grilling me about Bando because I felt like it wasn't her place because I didn't know her like that at the time. But I could say now it's the relationship is in a different space now, but watching the show, because that a lot of stuff like the stuff that you're looking at now in episode 5, we did that in like August, September. We started filming the show in May. So when you watching it at the beginning, um it's me getting to know JT. So throughout this show, you're watching me get to know her. You know what I'm saying? Um, so you can and Delon I didn't know at all.
Mhm.
And I still really don't know him like that. I'm still trying to get to know him, but when you watch the show, you could see that I didn't even film with Delon like that this season.
Yeah, you did it.
I didn't start like filming with him like that until the end. But like because for me, I would literally pick and choose who I would want to do a scene with. Like if okay, I want to film with DJ this day, or I want to do this with Carl, or I want to do this with Bando, or I want to do it with Bando and DJ, or rather that's how or then when we do a group scene, everybody be there. So I pretty much picked most of the folks that I wanted to do a scene with. I picked the folks that I was the people that you see me film with the most is probably Bando and DJ. Because those were the ones that I was the closest to and the ones I felt the most comfortable with. Carl wasn't there anymore because he was doing
Yeah,
chasing.
he was doing chasing.
So that's how it goes. So yeah, I just had to make that clear because I would never come on no show and pretend to be friends with nobody.
Hmm. Well, I know, I know the tea, so child,
And everything that happened with me on this show was real. I also
hmm
want to put that out there too.
How you feel about you and Bando's storyline being the main focus of the show?
It annoyed me.
It annoys me too. No shade. Like
um,
I'm
it
like, can we get somebody else? Like, no shade.
it annoyed me. And they all know this, so this ain't nothing that they're surprised that they would be surprised about. They heard me say it. It was annoying that we were the primary focus of this show because it was irritating me going to a scene to sit down, and every time I sit down to do a scene I'm being hounded with a bunch of bando questions and stuff like that and stuff, and all that. Like, okay, can we talk about something else?
Carl's
And
is Carl's the one who pushed you to do the show, correct?
yes. So the thing was, when they were first putting the show together, Carl came to me and he was talking about this show, whatever, um because I was asked to do a show when I first got to Atlanta. Actually, I don't know if I'm at liberty to say what it is now because they was a show and they had put their cameras down for about 2 years and then they was finna do a new season of this particular show, and they asked me to be a part of it, and then they stopped production at the time, so I didn't do it. But then Chasen had come along and Dominique pretty much convinced me to audition for Chasen. Because at first I was like, no, I don't want to do it. But then Dominique said, if you want reality, then you need to be on Chasen. So I did apply for Chasen, but I didn't get picked for Chasen, which I can understand looking at this cast because I wouldn't have fit in anyway. So that's why I didn't, it got to make sense, and it wouldn't have made sense for me to be on this cast. I couldn't see myself being on the cast with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably stick out like a sore thumb if I was on the show with them. So
You
Wait,
too.
come back to it. What do you think would make you stick out like a sore thumb?
like looking at the aesthetic of the
They are
cast,
all artists. They are all artists.
like the personalities, the things that they do, like and I've met every single one of these people that's on the cast. I've been around every single one of them. I've even been to a lot because I was at Dominique's birthday party in episodes 3 and 4. You probably couldn't tell because I was in the background trying not to be in a shot, but I was there. I was there for quite a few things that they did, and they're all cool people as far as I'm concerned. There's some that I like more than others because there's some that I've been around more than others. But other than that, looking at the show and seeing how they are, I probably wouldn't have been able, because I'm not, the cast gives kind of outside of Carl. This cast kind of gives like a glamorous upper echelon
Bougie,
type bougie
bougie.
type of cast, and that ain't me. So I probably wouldn't have fit in at all.
Yeah,
Wait. What gives bougie about this cast? Because I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
Or
I
not
don't see
bougie,
it either.
but glamorous.
I
That's what
said
I
that's the
want.
aesthetic. I didn't say that they were. I'm saying that's how it's presented to me. That's how it looks to me. Like that's how they present themselves as glamorous people. That's how they present themselves.
I
Just
don't
saying.
see it.
But I don't think I would have fit in with that. It probably would have been like one of them situations, like if you watch Basketball Wives and you saw how all of them was giving off glamorous, but Royce was the only one that wasn't. that's
Yeah,
it probably would have gave that if I was there. So when I did make Chasing, the show that reached out to me at first came to me again and wanted me to do the show. And I actually filmed with them twice, but now the show ain't coming out. So it's just like, okay. And plus, I didn't make no big commitment to them because I only agreed to do like a friend of type of thing. I didn't really want to be no main cast member or nothing like that. So that's why I was able to do the scene. So Carl came to me about the scene, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll do it. But then a week later, he told me that Bando was going to be on the cast, and then I said no, because at the time, me and Bando wasn't talking at the time. So I didn't really want to do it. Like, we weren't beefing, but we just wasn't really talking at the time. Like, we was in a weird space at that time. So I didn't really want to do it, and I ain't really want nothing to create any tension with me and him because we were a topic of discussion, unfortunately, and still is now during that time. So I didn't really want to put that out there, but Carl was like, just look at the bigger picture and all this other stuff. And then I had to think about it and take my personal feelings out of it. And I'm like, well, this is a new show. And why would they not put Scotty and Bando on the same cast? People were talking about us and people were curious about that relationship. So why not? And I went into it and we did it and stuff like that. So it was actually it was more than the six of us on there at first. It was actually four other people that were supposed to be on here, but they didn't work out.
Mm.
I didn't get to see any of them. Like I didn't get to film with none of them. Like it was supposed to be like another trans girl on there. She was like a rapper. I never saw her. Somebody that used to be on the Come Up Atlanta was supposed to be on there that season.
Was it a
And
trans?
nah. Mm-mm.
A boy?
Yeah. He was
Thin
supposed
boy? Light skin?
nah. Mm-mm.
Was it Quay?
Nah.
Pyro?
Yeah. Pyro.
I
That
knew it
was
was Pyro.
that was my next guess.
I wanted him on there so bad because I really love Pyro. I wanted him
I
on there so
love
bad.
Pyro. Remember we met him?
Yeah, we
Well,
did.
yeah, I like Pyro. I
Yes, I
didn't know
wanted
he was
him.
that tall.
Yeah, I wanted him. He was gonna do it, but he had his own mixed feelings about doing web reality again. But he was definitely supposed to be on there, and I was fighting for him to do it too. I was like, please do it, but he didn't want to do it, and I understood it. I understood the past. It was supposed to have been somebody else. Somebody that used to be on. Somebody that used to be on G Status was supposed to be on there too.
Girl, who was it season one,
Girl,
season two?
It was our guy. They was
I
talking
can
Okay.
see
about
that.
they was having him on there. They was talking about having him on there too. But he had the
Now
same.
that would have been off. That would have been off with our guy. I'm no shade.
Cause with the
She just
line
picking
that
anybody.
was
Listen, she just picking any old body.
cause that would have
Then,
made sense with the
we
line.
just throwing shit at the wall, girl. Okay, got it. Understood.
That and he was gonna do it too, but again, they had their own like issues with past stuff, so they really
Yeah.
wasn't too sure about doing it. And I was with it, and it was supposed to be somebody else, but I forget who it was. But
You should have got Black on there too.
should have got who?
Black.
Child, no.
But
Let
that's
me
how.
it's we positivity, child.
But
Positivity.
but all in all, they were all supposed to be on there right alongside the rest of us. But being that they wasn't on there, that pretty much made me and Bando be the vocal point of the show. Because I feel like if it was other people there, we wouldn't have been so prominent like we were. But I ain't gonna lie, I was irritated. That's why I chose to carry that bone that I carried on the last episode, so we could shift this and move it to something
Yeah,
else.
like we gonna make you work, boo. No
So just
shade.
like.
So you ate that, Scotty. No shade. I loved every minute of you being messy.
I was because I didn't want to come on there and be messy. But I'm like, look, they ain't finna be talking about me all season. Let me get them something else to talk about. So that's why I
Yeah,
did that.
I love
But
that. You pivoted, bro. I love it.
So
but
But what you
question.
doing season two?
huh?
That
What you doing season two?
that was my question.
I said at first I said I wasn't, but then I'm gonna do it.
But
I'm,
listen, some things, girl, you cannot be the focal point because if it's just you, it's like, what the fuck? Come
now I'm gonna
on.
say this. I'm
Annoying.
gonna say this because what they're focusing on right now is to get all the episodes out because we are behind. As a matter of fact, because things did not go the way that it was supposed to be honest. Like there was a lot of things that Carl wanted to happen that didn't happen, but the plan was for us to have it start in December, and our final episode was supposed to come out the same week of Chasing premiere. That's when we were supposed to be done. So the show was supposed to be over with. But and
Really?
then we were supposed to do the reunion after that. But then things had happened. We had to redo confession. Some of us had to redo confessionals, and it took some time. That's why that was the whole point of us taking a break anyway, was because we had to redo confessionals, and then it took some time for the confessionals to come back, and we didn't get them back in the proper time, because I know that she had announced that we were coming back on the 21st of January, but it didn't happen that way because we were waiting on our confessionals to come back. So that's why it didn't come back until Thursday. So
Who is she using to edit the show?
it's a guy named Marcus. He's fairly new to this. That's who our editor is. He's fairly new to the whole editing a show type of thing. So that was another thing that was kind of, you know, but
So she didn't use Undario
mm-mm.
because Undario was editing Orlando at the time, or he
Basically,
was done
because
with Orlando.
while we were filming the scene, I think Chase and Dallas was running while we was filming the scene, and by the time, because we finished filming the scene in October, and by the time we finished, Chase and Orlando was on by the time we finished. So yeah, ain't no way he could have edited our show and Chase and Orlando. So so but but yeah, so they just focusing on getting all the rest of the episodes out, and then I think around like May we're gonna go into season 2, but it's gonna be like new faces coming along with us. I think that the same cast is gonna be the same. I think the cast is gonna stay the same, but for 3 or 4 new people probably.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So this new editor that she's using, is she paying him?
I ain't got
You
nothing to do.
messy, you messy, you messy, man.
Don't
What?
ask
I'm
that.
not messy. I'm asking the question.
That's a JT question. That's not a Scotty question.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
3 or 4 people, huh?
I mean, it's gonna be needed because I mean, if we're thinking about the show, Carl's not gonna be on the show next time. It's actually gonna be the 5 of us, excluding
Oh,
Carl,
yeah.
and
So
then.
Carl's getting another season, basically.
Well, I ain't saying that. I'm saying he chose to not be a cast. She's choosing not to be a cast member to focus more on the production side versus being a cast member and on production. So that's why he
So,
doing it.
so we're gonna have a DJ be, have a cast photo, have a cast intro, be in the cast intro and everything.
Yeah, the reason because he was supposed to be there for the cast, he missed the cast photo and in the opening. That's why, because he's not he was supposed to be a main cast. Well, he's still a main cast member. He just didn't make the shoot.
Hmm.
That's all.
Okay, all right. Um,
Hmm.
you have any questions, Roland?
Mm-mm. We'll see. Well,
Go
I
ahead.
got an open invitation to try. I guess I'll try.
That would be everything. Oh, Scotty, we was talking about your scene.
Hmm.
Because I was gagged, no shade, and I was watching the show, and you could watch it back or replay. Um, it just you kind of brung up a lot of internal stuff,
Yeah.
so it brung up a lot, and it made me flash back. So you're not alone in your, that's why we connect because I understand. But I want to ask this one question. Um, have you told your mother yet?
Yes, actually, I told her about a week or 2 before the scene started coming out
Oh, okay.
because I didn't
I,
want her to find out by watching the show. So that was one of the reasons why I was kind of like apprehensive about discussing it, but I wanted to because that was something that was going on with me at the time. That was partially why I really wasn't in my right mind during that time, was because I was having about it at depression at that moment, and due to that, because some things are triggers. Like I think what happened was I was watching something, and somebody confessed in the scene that they were on the show that I was watching, that they were essayed, and it kind of triggered me, and that lasted for like a couple of days. And I remember talking to DJ, and he was trying to figure out what was wrong with me, and I didn't really want to go into it. And so I went to I had talked to JT because she is on production, and I talked to her about doing that scene. And I said I kind of want to talk about it, but I kind of want to talk around it because I don't know if you could tell the difference in the scene and what I said in my confessionals, because I was very like delicate with it when I
Yeah.
was talking about it on the show, but in the confessional, I pretty much just said what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she was like, okay, because Bando knew already because I had already told him, but DJ did not know yet. So we talked about it. We went out to eat and we talked about it then.
Wait. Whoa. You told Bando before DJ?
I mean,
Yeah, but
I told Bando because he went through it before.
Oh,
So those
okay.
were one of those were one of the first things that me and Bando had talked about at the time. At that time, I really hadn't told much of anybody, to be honest. Like outside of
Yeah.
Bando, my baby brother was probably the only person that knew because I told him. I had just told my baby brother like weeks prior to me telling Bando. So nobody really knew yet. And Jamar had just found out right before I told DJ. And
Wow.
Tramel knew too. But other than that, I really wasn't talking about it yet.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
the funny thing is, a lot of us have all been through the similar things. So, like he said, you're not alone. So,
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know, I haven't experienced it myself. I haven't, so I can't speak on that. I don't know how that feels.
it's a
But
lot. It's a
it's,
lot that comes with that because it's more than just the act itself. It's more so about the person that did it and the connect that that person has to people I know, because we kind of run in the same circles back home, and
hmm
we know some of the same people, and that's why I didn't really want to talk about it, but I also didn't say nobody's name either because I know how that can be too. Depending on who a person is, they probably won't believe you.
yeah.
So it's so that was one of the battles that I had been fighting with that whole thing. And when me and Jamar was watching this show last night, I kind of found myself getting teary eyed at that moment because um that scene happened in August. So I talked about that months ago. And I just, like I said, I just told my mother about it in December, right before the show started. And she knows exactly who did it.
of
Mm,
course,
Um, because I didn't want to tell her who did it, but she wasn't letting it go. I told her who
yeah.
did it. And yeah, she kind of yeah.
What
have
was the
you have
conversation
you
after you told her? Like, what was that meeting with you and your mom? Like, was she? Did she? What was her reaction? Did she cry? Did she like? What was?
The reaction that she gave me wasn't what I expected. Because I was expecting her to cry. I was expecting her to scream. I was expecting her because my mother was molested as a child
Yeah.
by a family member, and she was also SA'd in college too. And in both instances, nobody believed her. So I knew that that would be a trigger for her, and that's why I didn't want to tell her. But
hmm
I when I told her, her reaction was different than what I thought because she was calm. But I later found out that she confronted said person.
I was just going to ask that.
Hmm.
She probably knew, but was just waiting on you to tell her.
Wait, she confronted the person?
Hmm.
Really?
Yes, my mama don't play no games.
What? Oh, I would love.
So, so I have a question. Have you gotten to the point where you can forgive him so you can move on for yourself?
Um, I'm not really sure because I don't even know if I'm even upset with him because of the fact that I kind of blanked it out of my mind for years until one day it just came up and I just randomly spoke on it and it everything came back to me and then I just thought about everything that happened that day and I'm like, oh my God, like I literally just blanked this out of my head. I hadn't because I hadn't talked about it. I hadn't thought about it in a long time and it just came up. And I never had the chance to really process what happened. I just when it happened, I just pretended like nothing ever happened. I just went on about my day like it didn't happen.
Have you have you seek have you gotten help to like talk about it? Like
Not at the moment, but my friend, one of my friends is has recommended me her therapist because there were a lot of things that I did want to go into therapy for because I haven't been in therapy since in like how many years it's been since I went to therapy? Probably 8 years since I went to therapy. Um, which it helped me a lot then. It kind of curved my attitude and stuff like that because I had a whole lot of other stuff those therapy sessions that I went on kind of helped me forgive my stepdad for the things that he did to me. So which those things come up later on in the season as well because my stepfather was abusive. So um that allowed me to forgive him because when my mother filed, she had a restraining order against him. So I was the one that was willing to go be the go between, give him the papers, and he go see him, give him the papers. He meet me somewhere. I come and pick up whatever he needs. I need to pick up to give it to my mom. So I was in the place to where I could be in his presence. My brother, on the other hand, because that's his father, he hasn't forgiven him, but I have forgiven my stepfather. And that was due to the therapy sessions that I went to in 2018. Um, these if I like this therapist that my friend recommended me to and I talk about it, it'll help me with this particular situation because I never felt a sense of hatred towards this person, but I never felt no sense of likability to him either because after he did what the fuck he did, he got married 4 days later and then I didn't see him anymore after that up until the week I was moving to Atlanta. I ran into him for the first time since the incident happened. And
Mhm.
he was like, "What's up, Scotty? How you doing?" And I'm like,
gross, gross.
like
The
nothing happened.
the interesting part about that is, and this is something that I'm just going to tell you as somebody who's experienced that, they're never going to. It's a lose lose battle because the fact that he's like, "Well, what's up, Scotty?" There's no remorse. So
Mm-mm.
what I'm suggesting to you as a professional and just as a person that's getting to know you and building a relationship, when you go to therapy, these the dots are going to connect. It's going to connect with your stepfather. It's going to connect with all the things, and you're going to have a sense of anger, a sense of sadness, a sense of hurt. So I'm suggesting that you shop around for the therapist that is going to meet your needs and your goals that you want for therapy. That's my suggestion to you.
No, I agree with what you're saying. I think me talking about it on the show was kind of therapeutic. Because I'm pretty detached anyway. So if you saw a lack of emotion on me in that scene, that's what it is. Because I'm a detached person anyway. I'm not that emotional. Um,
I
anyway,
understand. I'm like that too.
yeah. So I'm pretty detached either way. So but it was good to have because I probably wouldn't have done that scene with nobody else but them two that I did the scene with. That particular scene, I didn't want nobody else to be a part of that but them two because I felt like it made more sense for them to be a part of that. So, as you could see, because of the relationships, it made sense. A lot of things that I did on this show, it had to make sense. Um, but yeah, and I had posted the confessional of me saying I was essayed on Instagram. I was not expecting all of that outpour of love that I received. It's people back home. My phone been going off ever since I posted that. My mother doesn't watch the show, so I'm glad she didn't see that.
Yeah,
My
because
mom,
I was like, because I'm thinking like, your mom wouldn't watch the show, but I was like, well, since you brung it to, the internet, that's why I wanted to ask. Like, have you told your mother that?
yeah, I
Still didn't
told
finish.
her because see, we did that scene in August,
Yeah.
and that confessional was shot in November, and
Mhm.
then weeks after that, I told my mama.
Yeah.
So,
But
because I thought she was going, I didn't know if she was gonna watch the show or not, but she told me she didn't want to watch it because she said, because if one of them motherfuckers try you, I'm gonna be mad and I don't want to watch. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay.
period,
I
mom,
get
too.
it. My mama don't play. Listen, my mama do not play no games. When my mother came to my book release, which is on the show, everybody loved my mama. My mama is is a hoot. My dad is too, because he was there too. You'll see my mom and my dad on the show.
Yes. I saw a photo of your father. You put it on your Instagram. I was like, oh, okay. Look just like him. Just like him.
But yeah, like but but like I said, I will say that this show has been very therapeutic for me. It has helped in a lot of ways. Like it helped me and Bando's relationship. It actually brought me and DJ even closer than we already were. 'Cause me and DJ have been friends for many, many years, and we even closer after that whole revelation because we didn't realize we had that much in common than we already did. So that made it even deeper than what it already was. And me and JT's relationship has grown more than where it was when the show first started. Because I was ready to X her out. But
I
um
mean, she begged and begged and, scratched it up.
don't do that. 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 But that has grown. Me and Delon still got some room to grow though. Because
I think he's like, it's gonna take him some time. Maybe that's his personality.
I will say that he has like outside of us filming, like Delon has invited me over to his home to have like drinks, like me and DJ. Because like for the most part, he invites me and DJ over, so we'll go over there, have drinks and stuff, and he'll cook or whatever. Like he's made some attempts. He was invited to. He was supposed to come to my birthday party this past week, but he couldn't come because he had to work. So there has been attempts to have a better relationship. He'll check in here and there and stuff like that. But we just gotta grow some more. That's all.
Yeah, I think it was, time.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying watching. I just wish they would cut the music down. They said they was gonna cut the music down. They still haven't cut the music down. Um,
I'm gonna say this, because I'm not making no excuses for shit. I do know that it's a lemon. The show is definitely a lemon. We the mics that we were using are not our friends. Because sometimes they work well. Because like in this scene with me and my cousin that's coming up next week, those were the same mics we used on the scene with JT and Bando and the scene with me, Bando, and DJ. And the sound wasn't that great with those mics in that scene, but in the scene with me and my cousin, they were crystal clear. I'm like, what the fuck? But we had to learn as we went. But I do know that next season it will be a little bit different than this one, production wise. I do know that.
because y'all already like know where
Yeah, we kind of know
yeah,
exactly what to do, what
trial
not to do, what not, we know now. So,
trial and error, trial and error.
that's all. I feel like the next season will probably be the real first season.
Listen, let me tell you. Listen, I pick at her sometimes. It's not no tea with her. I'm gonna continue to pick. It's gonna be light, very light. But I support you. I support Carl. Um, I like Bando. You know, first of
I
all,
do too.
wait. Let me get your reaction. What is your reaction with the girls putting
When the girls do what?
putting mad bodies on Bando? You know the
Oh
recent
God.
situation with Bando.
Okay,
What is your
so
opinion on this? Like, what's wrong with people?
I really don't know, honestly. And I'm just gonna go on and say it because like I really been holding my tongue and I ain't really been saying none. I really ain't been like responding to none of this shit that people been saying. But the thing about this shit is the thing that I don't understand is the investment of it all. Why are y'all so invested in me and him? That's number one. Number two, all this shit that people be bringing up is shit I already knew about. Number three, um, when y'all said we were together, we wasn't together. We never once said, now we saying it now, but we never said that we were together when everybody was saying that we were. We were literally saying we were dating, whatever, because we were going out on dates, we was hanging out. It wasn't no labels on anything at that time. So a lot of things, and there was a period where we wasn't even speaking. So there's a lot that, and he don't lie to me about anything because all this shit they bringing up, I knew about it. So it's I don't know what people's I don't really know what people's angles are or what their motives are when it comes down to that. Cause all these different stories and people posting bullshit and all this other stuff. It's just like, oh God. Like
And
it's
you know
so
what's so crazy? Can I put my little thing into?
go
It's
ahead.
crazy how you know people put that stuff out there and as if it's like new tea. But then when motherfuckers call them out on it, now it's like, oh no, it's something years ago. Like just because people are now dragging because we now try to make it seem like it's new tea when it's really OT. So it's like just people just be backpedaling and pussy popping.
The stuff that like the thing that really killed me with that with the shit that just happened was I feel like people know what they be doing when they say stuff.
Of
So
course, of
yeah, they
course.
know exactly what they be doing when they say stuff. Although people act like they not doing what they say they doing, I know exactly what the fuck they doing when they doing stuff.
Hmm.
So, and this is why I've kind of unplugged from a lot of this stuff ever since. And I really don't want to go down that road, but ever since I got into it with that girl, with old girl,
Hmm.
Thanksgiving night, I kind of unplugged from a lot of people, a lot of stuff. I choose not to read it. I choose not to look at certain videos because I don't want to be triggered. Because now that I'm on the show, everybody feel like they got to come for me, and I don't understand why they feel like they got to do that.
Are we talking about who I think we talking about? No name.
I ain't really
Without
talking
saying
about
no
no.
names, without saying no names, but I
I'm not
listen.
really. I'm not really talking about nobody in particular, but I'm just going by the things that I have seen out there since I've been on the show. It's like people. It's been multiple people that have felt the need to try to come at me since I've been on the show, and I have not said a word. I have allowed these people to say and do whatever they feel, but because I know how it's gonna come across. The minute I respond, it's Scotty is sensitive. He's taking it way too personal. They gaslight me whenever I respond to stuff that they be doing, to shit that they do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I've chosen to just unplug and just not see it. The only time I see shit is when somebody send it to me, and people gonna send shit to me.
Do
So
you
it's just
be
like
laughing at the fake love, like the fake, like I love Scotty, I love Scotty. Do you
this
just
is
be
what I
like
will.
cracking it up?
This is what I will say. Ever since that night of Thanksgiving and me being on that show, I have seen so many people show me that they really don't fuck with me like that. I have seen it. And I just ain't spoke on it, and I am absolutely fine because I deal with the real anyway. I don't really deal with
Mm.
um I'd rather people dislike me out in the open. But you know, there's still people um in this space that I really and truly like still. There's and some of them people are people that y'all don't like, and that's okay. But you know, but there's some people that have
I like
one-sided.
everybody. You know, there's
You
nothing
don't
wrong.
like everybody, child, but
When
you
you
know.
when you
I
say
like
y'all, when
everybody,
you say
child.
y'all, are you saying me and Aaron or
Yeah, you and Aaron, because there's certain people that both of y'all don't like that I still like, but you know. Um,
well for me, I
I
don't
don't.
like them
I like
because they don't
everybody.
like me.
well, I mean, maybe you know that's true. I'm just making a point, but I do personally feel like the things that people put that have been putting out there as of late. I feel like sometimes I feel like people want me to crash out. That's what they want.
Mixed with good content.
Yeah, because as soon as I crashed out, I became content,
Of
And I'm
course.
trying so hard not to crash out. I
and
understand.
I'm not gonna keep I'm not gonna keep falling for the okie doke. You know what I mean? Because the shit that people be trying to pull and stuff like that is outrageous to me, you know. And I've always been about peace and all this other shit. And it might be some bitches that I don't like, but even the bitches that I don't like, I don't even talk about them publicly. Like anything that has anything to do with people I don't fuck with, I don't speak about it. Because I don't fuck with them and I don't give a fuck about what's going on with them. So why am I talking about them?
Period.
I want to be messy, but I'm not gonna do that because I know if I am, Scotty, get the fuck up off here.
You know it.
See, the thing is, I know how. See, the thing is, I know when to do it and when to back up off it. I've been in this space too long, so it's like honestly, I'm not really. That's why when he was like, I don't like everybody. I was like, I like everybody. You know,
You
nobody like
know,
here.
it's kind of like okay. Um I say I say never mind, I ain't gonna go there.
Can I?
But
Tell
Well,
me on
can
the
I?
back end, child. Tell me on the back
Well,
end.
can I go there with you? Can I have a vulnerable moment?
what you been asking me?
Well, I'm not gonna ask you anything. I was gonna say something.
Oh, go ahead.
So for me, I'll just put myself out there. I don't like everybody, but there are certain people that I like. For instance, your friend DJ. I like him, but I feel like because, and I get where you're coming from, because of me and my reputation, I feel that, for the lack of a better word, people don't really get a chance to see me for who I am. And I felt like that scene between you and him and Bando kind of reminded me of the relationship that we had. So for me, I understand where you saying I fuck with certain people because I fuck with the real, and I do think that when you pick people because you see outside of their heart
Mm-hmm.
and outside of what's for TV and what's for not. And I think if a lot of people can learn to do that in this space will be a better a better realm.
I mean, it because it doesn't have to be polluted with a bunch of bullshit and all that other stuff that is polluted with. You know, that's the reason why I never really liked this particular space because it's so negative. And being that I'm a person that don't really I comment, that's why it'd be so confusing to me when people have an issue with me because it's like I come in and I'm supportive. I come in with good energy and shit like that. And you know, a lot of times people choose to just have a problem, like choose to dislike me or because I don't really fuck around like that when people actions show me one thing, and I kind of follow suit with those actions, then I'm the bad guy. And fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway because it was brought up the other day. Like for instance, like Reese G, for example. I don't have a real issue with him. The thing was, I remember being on another panel with him months, almost a year ago, and I asked him, did he ever have a problem with me? And he said that he did. And I said, well, I felt like you did because you had unfollowed me. So I went on and unfollowed you back. And we had this great conversation and everything was good. We followed each other back, liking posts, whatever. All of a sudden, he unfollowed me for the 500th time, unfollowed me again. And I'm just the type of person where, okay, I don't have time for the following, unfollow, following, unfollowing, following, unfollowing. So that's why I blocked him after that. He ain't the only person I've done that with. I've done that with a lot of people. Like, I can't stand for a person to follow me, then they unfollow me, then they follow me again, then they unfollow me, then they follow me, then they unfollow. Once you get to doing that, then I block you. So ever since that happened, he has been being shady towards me publicly, starting with the Nicole stuff. That's when I noticed, okay, he being shady. Or with the scene, you'll comment up under the trailer and congratulate everybody on the cast and be sure to leave my name out of it. Or in DJ's very first scene, you're like, well, I love you, DJ. Hopefully you have scenes with other cast members, stuff like that. So that's why when someone asks me what is the tea, because I have gotten DMs and stuff and people ask me what's y'all tea, it's really none for me. I blocked him because he unfollowed me again. So it's like I don't have time for that, so I blocked him. But I
Yeah,
don't
I
have a
don't like.
problem. But I don't have a problem with him. Like, I'm not going on no panels like disrespecting him, disregarding him, shitting on him, undervaluing him, underestimating the work that he's done. Because even when we was doing the scene, I even told Carr, maybe you should hit up Reese for some additional assistance because he does good work. I did. I said that, but motherfuckers want to come out and shade me when I ain't even shading them. So you know,
That's a similar issue that we've had. Me and Reese have had. So you're not alone. But
that's
I just don't understand the passive aggressive shit. And you be doing things and then want to play victim.
And see, that's the thing. Like when someone like I think the night that me and Nicole got into it, he said something where Scotty blocked me for no reason. It wasn't for no reason. You unfollowed me again. You had already done it 2 or 3 times already. This was like your third or fourth time doing it. So I blocked you. Not only did you unfollow me, but you unfollowed other people around me as well. So to me, it's like it must be one of them things where because I may have, I don't know, maybe because I fuck with these people, that's why you unfollow me. I don't know, but quite frankly, I really don't care that much. So I blocked you. But I remember hearing him say, it was a live that he did the other day. He was like, why people don't check in and just ask questions. I'm not finna ask nobody why they unfollow me. I'm just not finna be DMing anyone asking them that. You unfollow me because you wanted to. That's your page. I don't give a fuck if you unfollow me or not. My thing is when you do it more than one time, it's like, okay, fuck that. You just ain't got to worry about me. So I blocked him, especially after we just had a great conversation and we talked about things and the misunderstanding and all that other stuff. Like we talked about all those things. So that's why I was kind of thrown off when, I was unfollowed by him. But I wasn't crying about it, nor was I out here trying to hate on him about it. I just simply blocked him and moved the fuck on. But people have been dragging him left or right in public, but I ain't been dragging him. I don't give a fuck enough to do that. And I
Speaking
don't dislike him.
speaking of being blocked, why am I blocked?
Oh, child, me and you had issues in the past. I just never had the chance to unblock you. You know
Yeah, yeah. And I still don't understand that to this day either. What
I don't understand it either, Roland. You listen now, you got a mouth on you and you be saying some bullshit sometimes now. And I don't want to go back down that road because that was years ago and we'd have moved on from that. But you got a mouth on you. And on top of that, folks was saying you was running around here talking about you ran over my foot and shit at the G status reunion. And I'm like, that didn't even happened?
Then I never said that.
I'm like, that it never even happened. The nigga spoke and I spoke back, and he went on about his way. That never even happened.
See how people create narratives, and I never said that.
See,
I ne- I said we had a back and forth because of what I said to Sherrod, and you went back and you and Jamar said some things that I did say that, but running over your foot, I never said
what?
that.
But see, that's another thing. What about Sherrod? Because me and Sherrod ain't even friends.
You y'all said that I was running up in Sherrod's face, and
No, I
I was
didn't say
trying to,
that. That's not what we said. We said that y'all was sitting behind us and y'all was talking shit about him. That's what we said because we heard y'all.
and I was because
That's what
it,
we said. I ain't saying
it
nothing about y'all running in his face. I said y'all was talking shit about him. And I said they was back there talking shit about Sherrod. So I knew at some point Sherrod was gonna get his ass kicked or something like that. That's what we said. I ain't say nothing about you running up in his face because I ain't see you do that.
see, and I wish we would have been able to have a conversation because that would have been cleared up. Because again, there's really no issue.
But see, when it comes to me, and that's just me being stubborn about this shit, because I am an Aquarius with a Taurus moon.
And I'm
But
Scorpio, so I understand. So
but
I
I'm
get
very
it.
stubborn, and when I feel like a person has wronged me, it's just like or lying on me or something. I don't fuck with them, and I just cut them off completely. They don't get no chance, and it's sometimes at some point I listen, I talk to you, but at that moment I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. And that's just the truth. That ain't even me being funny in this moment. It's just me being like having a real conversation with you right now. That's the mode that I was in because I was pissed off about the whole running over my foot thing because that never happened. Then I was pissed off about someone about the whole charade thing, and I'm like, I ain't friends with him. We cool, but I ain't friends with him like that to be running back telling him shit. And then the whole, even that right there, I said, well, I didn't even say that. I said they were talking shit about him like crazy behind us, which they were talking shit, and you just said y'all were. So that's what I said. I ain't say all the other shit. So, but people do take shit and they be lying. Like, and you know, that's why I rather tell a person what I say to their face. Cause that's why I just watch what I say around certain people because I know how it is when you say stuff and then people take it and run it back however they want to and they remix it however they want to. So that's why I always do that. Just like even with the Reese shit. Like if I saw him right now, I ask him what his problem was. I've done that plenty of times.
I want to ask one more question, and this is therapeutic for me. And I could build a better relationship with you in this right now that I know. Um, you know that DJ and I at some point had a friendship, right?
Yeah.
So it was said to me that we couldn't, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't tell you exactly what was said anymore. That me and him couldn't be closer. I couldn't be invited to certain things because I had a beef with you, and he didn't want to, cause any problems.
Well, during that time, during that time I probably did say something because I didn't like you then. So I probably did say something back then because I didn't like you then. If we being honest.
That's fair.
So and I wasn't necessarily here for the relationship y'all was having either. And I can be honest and say that too. I wasn't really here for it either.
And
So
I'm glad you bringing that to my attention. But why?
because if we're being honest, Roland, I've seen how you move sometimes with people. Like when you like I feel like when you cool with somebody, you cool with somebody. But a lot of the times when you feel like you wronged or when you get mad with a person, you be ready to put out what you know about them. Like stuff that y'all talked about in private, you will put it on blast. And for me, if we're being honest, I just don't respect that kind of stuff. Like I don't agree with that. Like I don't give a. It's plenty of motherfuckers that I used to be friends with that they told me shit in private and I never put it out there just because I'm pissed off at them. Even today, I wouldn't do it. So me watching my friend be cool with a motherfucker that I already don't fuck with at the time at all, and then I see how you do shit sometimes. Yeah, that's why I felt that way. I'm being honest, because I don't
I can
like that.
receive that. I can receive that. But what you don't realize and understand, for me to get to that point, and I'm still growing. And even now, it's I feel proud of myself for having this conversation with you because what you don't understand is for me to get there, I've had several times of me trying to be the bigger person with that person. And just like last night with the Ken and Nova thing, I'm just using it as an example. Me trying to be the adult and you steady throwing shots and you steady throwing shots. And so I feel like I get tired of damn me being the bigger person. So let's fight. You want to go? Let's get in the ring. Let's do it. So it's my logic goes out the window. I'm not that type of person. I will give you everything I got, even if I don't like you, because that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people in this realm do not do not like me. So I feel like y'all feel with me, y'all gotta be on guard because you don't know what I'm gonna say. That's how I feel about y'all.
Well, I can't speak for nobody but me because I can definitely understand. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on guard with most people in the web world outside of the people that I'm friends with. Let's just be honest, because I don't fuck around with people around here like that these days. Because I see how people move, I see how people act. I see how people like. I just see because the thing is, and I said this before on a live before. I think it was a live that I was on with YB and Harbin one time. And I think I had said that I just don't do the web series stuff where people get on lives, they cuss each other out, they disrespect each other, they disrespect you and your character, and then the next day they on here laughing and talking and giggling like they didn't just talk about each other's dead parents and shit like that. I
Right.
don't roll like that. So for me, once you disrespect me, it's a done deal for me. That's even with what happened on Thanksgiving with old girl. Even though at the time I did curse her out. I was pissed off. She did irritate
Oh.
me. But not one time did I misgender her. Not one time. I still kept it cute, even in that aspect. But then when I listened back to the argument itself and I hear the things that she was saying, which were things that I didn't hear at the time because I'm yelling and screaming through my damn microphone, she was disrespectful as fuck to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go back and I hear that, I'm still trying to hold some type of level of respect for you, even in this disagreement. But you're going underneath the belt with me. So no. So once a person disrespect me to that degree, I can't fuck with it. That's just how I am. So and I use that as an example because ain't no way I'm finna be on a live with somebody that disrespected me like that, went down low like that, which I did not go low with them, but they going low and shit. And then the next day I'm finna be on the live with them
Hee and a
and,
ha ha.
and I'm finna be hee and ha ha. That ain't gonna work for me. I'm just not that type of person.
Right.
So
So I get it. You and this is because Sammy said the same thing last night. You had a back and forth with my friend, so I'm cautious of you. And, and people don't understand the relationship that I have with him or had with him. But I understand, you know,
yeah,
y'all
I
gonna
get it. But see, I like the fact that we can have this conversation because the thing is, hold on, hold on. Somebody texting me. Hold on. But anyway, because yeah, people got to respect my boundaries. Anyway, but like I was saying, um, yeah, it's just a boundaries thing for me. That's just what it is. I can't do people and be that's why I pick and choose spaces. Like I can visit people's spaces and watch their lives, but if they got certain people up there, I ain't going up there with them people. I'm just not gonna go up there with them people at all. Like I'm not. I can't be fake. I can't pretend. I can't be cordial. It's some people that I can't even be cordial with. It just I can't do it. And you know, it is what it is. Like even for example, it was another person because I know I mentioned Reese, even that dude, what was his name? He used to be on Chasing Atlanta. Travis Ware, even him, he came at me too for no damn reason.
Yeah, he's weird.
He came at me too for no motherfucking reason. And the thing is, it that all stemmed from me commenting on I'm watching the group chat. I was a fan of the show. I'm a fan of panel shows. I'm watching a group chat. And him and Troy was like having like this back and forth about K Michelle and Tamar or something like that. And the shit that Travis was saying, I disagree with it. And I'm just in the comments saying, I said, well, I feel like it's a little bias there because you work with Tamar or whatever. Because if I feel like you can't take your bias out of it because I just disagree with what you're saying. Because Troy was literally saying the same shit I was saying. So he comes in the comments trying to pop off on me. And sometimes he said what he said. And I said, well, so did I. I said what I said as well.
Mm-hmm.
I said what I said when I came up there, but you know, it is what it is. So that was it. So after that, when we was at the Boss Baby Awards, I saw him and Jamar was like, well, I'm gonna go and speak to Travis. I said, that's fine, I'll go over there with you. So I went over there, he spoke to Travis, and Travis then rolled his eyes at me and walked away. And I laughed. I don't give a fuck. And so later on that night, Tramiel was finna perform at the Boss Babe, and he walked up towards us again, and he asked Scotty, "Do we got beef?" And I said, "I'm on whatever you on." And he was like, "Well, we ain't got no." He said, "I ain't got no beef with you," and we shared a hug. So that's why I was so confused when he tried to pop off on me, pop off in a shady way up under a post about the scene when the whole clout chasing stuff was being talked about. And it was like, well, you have to actually do something to have some clout to chase or something, he said. I'm just like, what the fuck is that about? Didn't I just see you and you asked me, did we have we talked just for a split second at the boss baby? Like, did we not just
You
do that?
think he cool with Reese though?
I mean, I don't know, and I don't know, but I'm just like, but this was even before. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that was before the whole unfollowing, blocking thing with Reese. But the thing is, I'm like, just last year I just saw you, and I thought the shit was done. But I guess you still mad about me disagreeing with you on the group chat. I ain't did nothing to you for you to be throwing shots at me. See, that's the shit I be saying. Niggas throw shots at me, but soon as I say something, then everybody want to have an issue with me because see, I hold back a lot. So because I hold back a lot, then my response is bigger than what it's supposed to be. So now I'm the bad guy because I done popped off. But you know, it is what it is. Y'all need to leave me the fuck alone and keep my name out your mouth. Cause I ain't talking about none of y'all.
Of course.
So that's just where I'm at with it. But I'm gonna go. I gotta go on. I'm gonna go on and get up off of here because I wasn't expecting to be here that long. But I want to tell y'all that I do enjoy the kickoff. I may not be in the comments all the time, but I do
Thank
watch.
you.
I do listen to y'all reviews. I preferably listen to them at work. I don't watch live. I actually listen to them at work because I have to be at work most days at 5 a.m. So when I go to work, it gives me something to listen to because I listened to y'all whole live from last night.
I was just about
Today.
to ask you that
I
live
listened to
was
the entire live today because I caught the tail end of
man.
it last night. I caught the tail end of it last night, but I listened to y'all whole live yesterday. And it's interesting because like it's kind of difficult for me to review this show because I met all of them and I like just about all of them, but I like some more than I like others. You know what I'm saying? But for like Sammy, love Sammy. I've been to Sammy's parties and stuff. Love Sammy. Love Q. Love love Kendall and who else? And I love Noel. He is so damn funny in person. Nova, I've met her several times. She was always sweet to me when I've been. Oh, and I love Althea. Oh my God, I love her. She's one of my favorites. I love Althea. Um, but I met Nova several times. She's always been very nice, very sweet, very pleasant. Tony as well. I just ain't been around Tony that much. And of course, Neat, Carl, and Tremere, they're all my peoples in real life. Um, is there anybody? Did I miss anybody?
No, I think you got everybody.
Okay, I never met Sebastian, so I can't say nothing about him because I never met him. But yeah, everybody is cool. It's just that's why it'd be so hard because some of these people beefing with my friends and stuff. It'd be so hard. But but anyway, I'm about to go. I don't know if Aaron heard anything I said in regards to what I said about y'all show, but keep this show
Wait, what
up.
did you say about the show?
Well, I want to say this before I go. I just told Roland this. I really do enjoy the kickoff. I don't watch it live. I basically listen to it at work. Um, cause I don't really watch nobody's panels live anyway. Cause even with Bundy's Ooh Ladies First panel, I listen to them the next day at work. So I
Right.
listen to y'all like a podcast the next day at work, and I think y'all should continue to do y'all thing. I really enjoy um y'all show. Even Carl, even though y'all may not believe it, but he even be saying he be listening to y'all and enjoy y'all y'all show. It's a good
That's
show.
a shock. We do what we can with what we got, but thank you.
It's a good show. Y'all just keep it moving, keep it pushing and stuff like that. And no, I'm not just saying that because Aaron was reviewing the scene and shit. He knows that if I like something that he doing, I'ma say it. So just continue doing it, and if just keep it pushing. Y'all will build an audience again because I know that Aaron got to start over again with his channel and shit like that. So just keep it pushing, keep it consistent. Y'all already got the girls coming over here, making amends and all that other shit. So
Tussling and stuff.
so
So
y'all got something. So keep it going, and that's it. That's my 2 cents, and I'll talk to y'all another time.
Good night,
God,
boo.
Good night.
girl, was you sleep?
Huh?
Girl, was you sleep?
Child, I took a nap a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
We had a whole conversation, bitch.
No, I heard it was right by me too. But I just wanted to rest my eyes. I'm telling y'all, I didn't sleep. I only got probably 3 or 2 hours of sleep, and I had to be up to work. And I'm like literally towards the end, bitch. I was falling asleep, and I was like, "Ooh, child, I gotta go."
You got to work tomorrow.
No, I'm off this. Well, I'm not off this weekend. I gotta work Sunday. So yeah.
But we got kudos for Scotty, and that's a good thing. We got to keep this moving. It actually works. I was a little skeptical about this in the beginning, but it's working out.
I wasn't. I wasn't. You know, I think at first I was, but I was like, I think it could work because we're both tell it like, tell it like it is or whatever. Um, no holds bar. We could still give the girls their tens, and be real, unfiltered.
I
You know.
wanted to ask Scotty about how she feel about that other girl shading her.
Oh no, I was gonna buy the next thing, but I forgot because I know you gotta go. But yeah, I wanted to know about that too. But it is what it is. I think we it was a good show, even though I was asleep. You know, when
We
you had to
get it. We
reschedule and
get it.
stuff like that. You know, change the time. It's still good.
But
Look, I'm gonna be up.
any last words?
Any last words? I want you girls. Collectively, it was a good live. These girls, I just want y'all to know, I'm just not kiss. I'm not in the business of kissing ass. Y'all entitled to feel however you feel. I'm gonna continue to watch the show. Um, and get thick skin. I have thick skin. Um, me and me and Roland are battle tested.
For
So rather
sure.
you read us, come for us, go back and forth. It really don't mean a thing because we've done this before. So it's not really something that we're really looking for. We want a conversation. We want to come to the meaning of the minds. I don't think our sole purpose is to come for anybody or do a back and forth with anybody. We just want conversation. Let's talk about the show. If you feel some type of way about the Kikis and you want to address them, we'll hear you out. But we're not in no business to go back and forth. But what we're also not gonna do is we're not gonna allow any disrespect and
Period.
no shade. Um, we are who we are. We say what we say. We said we stand on business. And if you are offended, we'll apologize if it requires and take accountability, whatever. Just me saying it. But, that's my last words. And, continue to watch, continue to support. Shout out to all the girls because they've been, the girls been liking my Instagram, posts and everything. So shout out to Ken, shout out to Quentin and stuff like that. They recently liked my post on my Instagram. So shout out to them. It's no hate, it's no malice, no ill intent still. So it's all love. Go ahead, Roland. Any last words for you?
Um, excuse me.
I'm here.
I don't have no ill intent, but if you take it that way and you want to battle, let's battle. But I'm here for conversation. I'm here for understanding. I'm not the person that I used to be, but I can get in the paint if I need to. Um, I'm here to build relationships. I'm about peace and prosperity. But if you want to get in the ring, let's get in the ring. Episode 5 review Thursday. We want to come over at Kiki and Kaka and review the episode with us. Come on. If not, thank you for
Mhm.
the view and move forward. I'm
Yep.
done.
It is a great show. Chasing Atlanta is up right now. I don't give a fuck about the viewership, the numbers, or anything. I just want a good show, and I am definitely entertained. It's it's going up. Listen, I can't wait for more. But like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Follow me and Roland on all of our various pages. Again, can everyone tag? I need y'all to go to my TikTok. My TikTok link is in the description. My Instagram. Click on that. Click on those social media handles. My Instagram and my TikTok, and I need y'all to go to my Nene Leaks liquor review. Me reviewing her liquor. I need y'all to go into them comments and tag Nene Leaks on both of my social media. I need y'all to tag Nene. Get her to see that post.
Real quick,
Get her to see that video.
what the liquor tastes like?
It's good. It's rum punch. It's a rum punch. I want her. I really do want Nene Leaks to see my review because I bought it and everything. Soon as she put the link up in her stories, I went to it and bought it. Because I was like, I support Nene Leaks. I love Nene Leaks. So it's like, I'm a big fan of hers, and we are both Sagittariuses, and I understand her, so I'm like, I'm gonna support my girl, like, and it was really good. I was supposed to go to my little yeah house tonight, but I told him I was gonna come tomorrow. You know, probably get a bottle because my bottle was already there. I even, gave him the rest of my little liquor. I'm gonna get some liquor tomorrow, probably.
Oh.
But yeah.
But all right, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Follow me on all of my various various social media links in the description below. Later, y'all. Later, roll on.
Bye.